Welcome back to our Successful Events Open course. In today's lesson, we will address the marketing, how to do it in events and attract more audiences. Hit thumbs up if you want more events-related content. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel too. Hello there everyone! The first thing I say when I teach lessons on event marketing is that there is something very special about it. Unlike traditional campaigns and promotion actions, events have a fixed date to happen. One of the greatest event marketing triggers that you should consider is the urgency. As much as campaigns and promotional actions also have a date, people have the feeling that they can change, that they can happen again, and so on. But events do not. An event brand may, yes, happen again, but not with that format, with that content. Make people want to participate in your event because it will happen now and never again. This is one of the principles. There are several techniques to tap into people's urgency trigger. Keep that in mind, cool? Here's what happens. Events generate a lot of media buzz. So if you work on your event's public relations, the results can be very successful. This is especially true in large cities where media like this type of content. I confess that I tried to do it in smaller cities, but I didn't get the same result without paying for it. In this lesson, we are not going to talk about event marketing actions, but how to plan your marketing and what you consider. There is a marketing planning model called the 4 P's of marketing. It's well described in the handout. With it, you reflect on 4 dimensions of your event and what to consider in your marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. Product, that is what your event offers. Which is the event content or agenda that can be used in the event marketing and promotion? Do you have a renowned speaker? Is the venue of the event attractive to people in any way? Is it an exotic or touristic location? What is the final experience of the event? Are there additional services that you can add to make it better, such as restaurant, accommodation, discount in car riding apps, musical attractions, etc.? Are there any adjustments that can be made to the event to make it more appropriate to attract the audience you want? Price, the cost of participation. Is the ticket value adequate to the target audience? Does the value of the event justify its price? Is there a range of tickets price available according to the specific interests of segments of your audience? Is it necessary, or does it make sense for packages for groups or families? Are there additional costs linked to participation, hotel accommodation, traveling, parking, that it will impact the final decision? Place, where I will advertise. Where is my target audience? How can I get the communication there? What is the age range of my audience? Will I have ticket distribution channels? Where do they take place? Will I have affiliates or partners promoting my events? Who are they? Do they already reach my audience? Do I have promotional materials to forward to them? Promotion, saying the right things to the right people. Communicate your events through key messages. Who is it for? What's special about it? And why is it a good idea to attend? When it happened? Where it happened? In every communication, one must answer what, why, when, where. You could also add a who if your event has speakers. What communication channels reach my audience, and which do they trust to hear a message from an event of my type? In the end, I also like to think about convenience. An event needs to be easy to participate. For ticket events, is there a convenient distribution network for those who are buying? Do you offer different payments methods? Is the event's agenda, both duration and day of the week, appropriate for my audience? Is it easy to get to your event? These 4 points are the 4 P's of marketing. They give the general guidelines for you to get started with your marketing planning. Let's back it up with some facts. Let's draw the big picture here. Event marketing and traditional marketing are pretty similar, but does research agree to that? Analyzing the literature about marketing specific in events may assist us to understand the potential success factors or downfalls that an event may encounter. In his book, Events, Feasibility and Development, Willem O'Toole reiterates the fact that marketing, when planned correctly, will improve events' chance to be successful. He says that well thought out marketing plan early on improve its probability of full attendance. Also, that marketing has a strong effect on the perception of the audience. Therefore, marketing segmentation is crucial. The Digital Marketing Strategy Implementation and Practice book, which reviews how many companies used digital marketing, makes a point that events should be up to date with the latest technology trends, which is not news exactly. There are plenty of researches regarding experience, the positive effects on audience experience by your marketing, and how to engage attendees with marketing. Since our goal is to differentiate event marketing from traditional, I will tap more into my personal experience. As we are talking about events, there are some extra features that we can think of. We will now talk specifically about event marketing. First, structure your site very well. Event is a lot about opportunity. Once a person visits your page, sees what the event is about, is not interested and leaves, the chances are incredibly small that they will return. Don't think that you'll be wasting time putting effort in your website. On the contrary, invest your time with seriousness and dedication set up in your website. There are many templates on the internet on the subject, and I highly recommend that you read about it. You do not need to code anything. There are a lot of tools for you to build your site without understanding programming, make it look cool. But you need to understand that your website needs to be well structured and to work on mobile devices. Nowadays, it's unacceptable that your website is poorly designed. Really, it can be simple like mine, but not ugly. Second point, take advantage of your speakers and the audience involved in the event. You, your speakers, sponsors, and exhibitors have the same goal: to have as many people there as possible to increase the visibility of your brands. Even if your speaker is being paid by the hour, it's not as much fun to give a speech to 20 people. Use this common goal as part of your marketing strategy. A marketing plan is about channels and messages. Create content promoting who will be at your event. Posters, flyers, use their position, where they work, content they have already published. Ask them to share on the social media, to record videos for you. At the same time, ask your audience to share too. For those who have already bought your event tickets, now just ask them to invite their acquaintances. Create share buttons to social networks. Don't forget to help them share too. Create Instagram images, text, hashtags, and cool content for that. Third tip: use various means in your event marketing. Much of what I see is actually event promotion being done only through social networks and advertising. It takes weeks to gain traction unless you've done something exceptionally brilliant, but I wouldn't count on that. Have a blog, video, paid media, press, push notifications, affiliates, email strategy, and so on. Of course, when it's time to prioritize, you're going to leave some things out, but at least consider them when setting up your planning. The fourth point is be concerned with the message. A very common mistake that I see people making in putting the plan together carefully, but to execute it carelessly. You need to build each message with awareness, careful thought, and understanding who will read it and what they already know about your event. Here's what happens. People assimilate what your event is in stages. First, they want to know what your event is. Then, what is its goal and what is the content. Subsequently, they relate that content to what they already know, and finally they create an identification. I briefly summarize a concept called brand letter, but what you can do is only sending the message event X is going to be amazing with the best speakers. If this message reaches a person who is seeing your event for the first time, they will ask themselves, okay, cool, but what kind of event is this? The best speaker in which terms? Is now comparable to a wave of ads that I have seen on Facebook from, I think they must be digital influencers saying that the course is selling a lot and that it is in the last week, but they don't talk about the course or the area. I assume that their ad was aimed at their followers or people who have already visited their page. I am left clueless. But see how it creates confusion in the reader's mind? It's an unnecessary cost for them. So, when creating your event message, think about understanding where your target is in their customer journey. Always assume that you have to do it with short steps, feeding your target audience progressively so that it will evolve on this brand ladder. If you like this concept, comment here if you want me to elaborate better on how to build this brand ladder. Cool? Finally, I think we are in the 5th point. Events are gold for buzz marketing. Think ahead of the time about its launch strategy and also the last days of signing up. Prepare your audience for the launch and warm up your list. You can even set up a pre-registration list with special conditions. There is a method that is very famous called product launch formula created by Jeff Walker, which is obviously a product launch strategy. This is all to generate hype for your event, even before it's actually launched. It works pretty well as long as you don't always use the same messages. Also, think about how you want to address the last moments of registration. If your promotion is ending, advanced tickets are almost sold out, be prepared. What are you going to communicate? Do not make a last minute or impromptu message. This batch is almost out, sold out, guarantee yours now. Because this is weak, lazy, and does not take advantage of everything that surrounds the hype that your event has generated. So, as in the previous point, focus on building well-crafted messages from the previous points. Take your event marketing plan seriously for the maximum return. Successful event marketing plans happen with well-thought-out and internet-connected preparations in a way. It is not done in improvisation and impulse. You have spent so much time thinking about what your event is, content and logistics, and only a few people are there just because you didn't spend a few days thinking about a well-formatted marketing strategy. Don't waste your time like that. Consider these 5 points a lot and start now to put together your marketing plan. As we say in my hometown, better than that, just twice that. To recap what we saw in this lesson: how event marketing differs from traditional marketing, what are the 4 P's of marketing: product, place, price, and promotion. We also learned about the 5 points for you to consider when setting up your marketing plan. Soon you'll notice that the marketing itself does differ in terms of tools from traditional marketing, but we have to take some special care, and there are some things that gain more weight in events. In the next and last lesson of this series about the skills of an event planner, we will learn which skills every event producer should possess, how to develop them, and how to build a successful career. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel to follow the lessons, like this video if you think it has helped you, and share it with your colleagues and coworkers. Always look both ways. See you in the future.